In the beginning, Maurice Ravel's La Valse doesn't sound anything like World War I. But that's just what Ravel wanted you to think. When he was a teen, Ravel's family lived in a 6th-floor Paris apartment with a balcony overlooking the busy Place de la Pigalle. He spent hours leaning on the railing, watching, but that was as close as he wanted to get. Ravel grew into the most brilliant composer in a city bursting with brilliance, but that part of him never changed. He just didn't like to get involved. And then, in August of 1914, Austria declared war on France. Ravel's friends all volunteered. He tried the Air Force. He liked the idea of a stylish bomber jacket, high above the conflict, like leaning on a railing and looking down over the war. But when he went to the Air Force, he was 39 years old. They said he was too old. So he went back to composing. He worked on La Valse. He'd begun it years earlier as a celebration of Viennese waltz culture, but now Vienna was the enemy. One of his friends, a captain, had been shot dead in the first week of the war. Another was gunned down in the trenches. Ravel went back to the army and refused to go away until after 18 months of asking, they finally said okay, he could drive a truck. He was sent to the Verdun offensive, where 40,000 soldiers died every month. He carried gasoline on terrible roads, in range of enemy guns, until his truck lost a wheel and he had to hide in the forest. He waited there 10 days before someone rescued him. Not long after, Ravel got dysentery, and his military career was over. He had to have surgery, and while he recuperated, he worked again on La Valse, which now became his most violent piece. A grotesque parody that swirls itself into an angry dance of death. But when someone asked about that, when they asked whether all of that raging music had anything to do with Vienna invading his country, with the senseless death of his friends, with all of the horrors he witnessed, all Ravel would say was, one should only hear in the music what it expresses. Which was really just Maurice Ravel going back to the way he used to be and saying he didn't want to get involved.